Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Can Visa Pathway. In this video, we will discuss how to extend your stay as a visitor inside Canada. When you first arrive in Canada on visitor visa, at the port of entry, the immigration officer put a stamp with an expiry date of your stay inside Canada. So this is the date you must leave Canada. If you don't have a stamp on your passport by an immigration officer when you entered Canada, it means by default that expiry date of your stay inside Canada is 6 months from the day you entered inside Canada. If you want visitor visa stay extension, then extension requests are usually made if the applicant cannot return to their home country within 6 months of expiry for the variety of reasons. If you need to stay in Canada for more than 6 months, you must apply for visitor record at least 30 days before your visitor status expires. What is visitor record? A visitor record is a document that will give you visitor status in Canada and allow you to stay longer than originally intended. Visa extensions must be requested before your current status expires. If approved, your visitor record will have no expiry and you will be allowed to live longer inside Canada. Before we discuss everything in detail, if you are coming to our YouTube channel for the very first time, please consider subscribing to our channel to get most up-to-date news, tips, tricks about Canadian immigration. We try to make people self-dependent. Before we discuss in detail how to extend your stay inside Canada, let's discuss what is eligibility requirement if you want to stay more in Canada. So the first one is you must have a visitor visa and you are a temporary resident who's already inside Canada. The second is your current temporary resident status must be still valid. The third eligibility requirement is you should ensure that your passport will be valid for at least the same amount of time you are requesting extension to stay inside Canada. Open your Google browser and search here canada.ca. Click on the very first link and then scroll down, click on Immigration and Citizenship. Scroll down and click on Visit. And then again scroll down and click on Stay in Canada Longer. Here you can see that extend your stay in Canada, who can apply, how to apply. So let's say who can apply. So to apply for visitor record, so you should apply at least 30 days before your status expire. You can read all information written here. If you're confused about your expiry date of your stay inside Canada, then you can see here that if you don't have a stamp on your passport, the expiry date is 6 months from the day you enter. So let's go back and click on how to apply and scroll down all the way and click on create an account. If you have any existing GCK account, you can simply use your credential and log in using option 1 or option 2. If you don't have GCK account, then simply click on I don't have account register. Scroll down. Here you can see that how to register for an account. There are two ways you can register. The first one is directly with GCK. The second one is using a sign-in partner, which means that you will need your banking information to create an account on GCK. For the purpose of this video, we will be using the first option to register an account. So scroll down, click on register with GCK, and then on the right side click on sign up. Term and condition, I accept. Create your username. So enter your username here and click on continue. Then enter your password and reconfirm that and click on continue. Create your recovery question. So we need to set up our questions, answers and hints in case we forget our password. This will help you to reset it. So from scroll down, select here recovery question. So I would say that what is a favorite subject in school? Then you need to provide answer for that. Similarly, you need to provide questions and answers for all sections provided here. Once you're done, click on continue. add your recovery email so that you can reset your username and password, and click on continue. So here you can see that GC key sign up is complete, so click on continue. You should have received one code for verification on your email, so copy this code and paste here and click on continue. Email recovery complete, so click here on continue and then click again continue. We have successfully completed first part of GC key account. Now we need to move on second part to complete it. Term and condition, and scroll down and click on I accept. So here we need to create our GC key account. So you need to provide information as per your passport. In case last name is blank inside your passport and your full name is written under given name, in that case you need to enter your given name under last name and leave given name blank. So enter all this information and click on continue. Create your security questions. You can create any security question that you think is difficult to guess for anyone else, but it is easy for you to remember. You will need to answer one of your security questions each time you access your accounts. It's always good to have a screenshot of security questions and answers in case you forget them. Once you're done with your security questions and answers, click on continue. So we have successfully created our GC key account, so let's move forward. If you have submitted any application in past, you can simply see here submitted applications. So scroll it down, start an application. So I will click here apply to come to Canada. As we do not have a personal reference code, so we need to determine our eligibility if we are eligible. So click on visitor visa, study or work permit. So here we need to provide answers to these all questions. The first one is, what would you like to do in Canada? So scroll down here. So we are here on visit. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? So you need to select here less than 6 months as we are on visitor visa. Select the code that matches the one on your passport. So you need to select your country. So let's say India. And what is your current country of residence? If you're living in Canada, then you need to select here Canada. So I will select here Canada. So then, do you have family member who's Canadian citizen or permanent resident? So if you have any relative or family member who's in Canada and a permanent resident or citizen, then you need to select here yes. If your family member is on work permit or student permit or any other status, then you need to select here no. So what is your date of birth? You need to provide your date of birth. So once you're done here, then go next. Have you lived in Canada as a permanent resident or landed immigrant? I will select here no and click on next. Are you a lawful permanent resident of United States with valid US citizenship and immigration services? No. Click on next. What is your current immigration status in Canada? So you need to select here what is your status inside Canada. So we will select here visitor as we want to extend our visitor stay. So you can select relevant option as per your situation. What is your marital status? So you need to select option as per your situation. So if you're married, select married. If you're single, select single. Next is, what is your province or territory of destination? So you need to select from the drop down menu the province you're gonna spend most of your stay inside Canada. For the purpose of this video, I will select here Ontario and then click on next. So here, based on our answers to the question, we may be eligible to extend our stay in Canada as a tourist or on visitor visa. Click on continue. Create your personal checklist. So here we need to answer more questions. So let's click on continue. Are you accompanying a family member who has a status in Canada? So here I want to mention that accompanying a family member means you will be staying with a family member who is already in Canada as a visitor or worker or as a student. So here we need to say yes. Click on next. When does your status in Canada expire? So to answer this question, you need to check your passport. You can check expiry date of your stay inside Canada and you need to enter that date here. If you don't have that stamp for the expiry date, then you need to calculate 6 months from the day you entered inside Canada, and you need to enter that date here. Click next. Have you had a medical exam performed by an IRCC authorized panel within last 12 months? Then select yes. If you never had a medical exam, then select no. So click on next. Do you want to work in one of the following jobs? So you can read it here. So I will select here no and click on next. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? Let's say you and your spouse came to Canada and you want to extend stay for both of you. Then you need to select here yes, because you want to extend stay for both of the candidates who are inside Canada. But in case you are alone and you want to extend only for yourself, then you need to select here no and click on next. Are you giving someone access to your application? Let's say you invited your parents to Canada to visit you on visitor visa and you want to extend their stay inside Canada. In this case, if you are representing their application, then you need to select here first option. Yes, I will be appointing a representative to apply on my behalf. But if you want to apply by yourself, then you need to select no. If you select first option, then in document section you have to fill out one representative form as well. But if you select no, then you don't require that. So click next. Did your representative give you a submission letter? No. Next. In past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints and photo for application to come to Canada? I am considering that as you are already inside Canada, so you must have provided this information in past as well. So select here yes. If you didn't provide, then select no and click on next. There are fees associated with this application. Will you be paying? Yes. Next. Are you able to make a digital copy of the documents with scanner? Yes. Click on next. Will you be paying your application fee online? Yes. Next. So here you can review all the answers you have given to the questions. So if there is any information which you need to change, then you need to simply click on this edit button and change that information. If you think everything is okay, then scroll down all the way and click on continue. To submit your application, there are 4 steps. So you can read all this information which is given here and scroll it down all the way on the bottom and click on continue. Your document checklist. So your documents. So this is the list of the documents you need to submit in order to apply. You cannot proceed unless each file has been uploaded. Scroll down and application form. So we need to fill out IMM5708. So we need to download this form and fill it out. So I want to mention that when you download this form, you cannot open directly on the browser. You need to open it on Adobe Reader. So the next one is supporting documents. So along with this form, you need to provide passport. You need to upload use of representative form IMM576 if you are representing someone else's application. Proof of means that you have enough funds to support your stay inside Canada, a digital copy, family member status inside Canada if you have a person who's Canadian resident, worker or student permit, whoever is the family member, you need to upload status of that person. Then optional document is IMM5257. So I would recommend to fill out this form as well and to upload. And then client information. So under this document, you can make a letter that why you want to extend your stay inside Canada. So you can provide your genuine reason for your longer stay inside Canada, so there are more chances to get accepted. If you have more than one person whose stay you want to increase inside Canada, then these forms, for example, IMM5708, passport, use of representative, and other documents, you need to upload 2 times. So if you have more candidates, so you need to provide information as per number of candidates. So let's discuss these all documents and forms one by one. The first one is application to extend my stay or remain in Canada as a visitor or temporary resident, IMM5708E. So the first point is UCI number. If you have previously applied for visitor visa or any other kind of visa for Canada, then you must have this UCI number. So you need to enter here. I want service in English, so you need to select English here. I'm applying for one of the following, so I want to extend my stay as a visitor, so I will tick here. Personal details, your full name, so you need to check your passport, so you need to enter information as per your passport. But in some cases we have seen that in Indian passports family name is always blank and all your name is written under given name. So if you have similar situation, in that case you need to enter your given name under full name and leave given name as blank. Let's move to the second. Have you ever used any other name? No. Your sex, you need to select here. Date of birth, you need to enter as per your passport, and then you need to provide place of birth and then your country that issued your passport. So at number 6 you need to select citizenship of yourself, so I will select here India. Next is current country or territory of residence. So as you are inside Canada, so you need to select country, you need to enter country name Canada. Select your status. So here I will select visitor because you are inside Canada on visitor visa. Then you need to select the date you entered inside Canada and the date you are supposed to leave Canada. There should be a stamp on your passport which says that this is the date you're supposed to leave Canada. If you don't have this stamp, then you need to calculate 6 months from the day you entered inside Canada and enter here. The next is previous country or territory of residence. So during the past 5 years, have you lived in any country or territory other than the country of citizenship or your current country of residence for more than 6 months? So in short, if you never lived outside of your country of citizenship and your current country of residence, which is Canada, for more than 6 months, then you need to select here no and move down. Your current marital status, if you are married, select married. If you are single, if you have any other status, select that one from here. So for the purpose of this video, I will be selecting here married. If you are married, then you need to provide the date you were married to each other and enter here. In section C, you need to provide your spouse last name and first name. Scroll down. Have you previously been married or in a common law relationship? No. If you had, then select yes and provide details. Let's move. Language, your mother tongue, so you need to select from the scroll down menu. So I will select here Punjabi for now. Are you able to communicate in English or French? So you need to select your language. So I will select here English. Have you taken any English proficiency test? I would select no. Even you have a test for English proficiency, then select here no, because this will make visa officer suspicious. Then you need to provide your passport number, your country, and the date of issue and expiry of your passport. The next is national identity document. The first is, do you have national identity document? So I will select here yes. So you can provide your Aadhaar card or PAN card number here, and you can select your country and date of issue and expiry. If you don't have date of expiry, then you can leave it blank. If you are using Aadhaar card as a national identity document, then the date of issue of Aadhaar card you will find on digital copy of Aadhaar card. You won't be able to find on hard copy of Aadhaar card. So you need to download from the website digital copy and enter date here. The next point is for US PR card holder. So are you a lawful permanent resident of United States? No. and move down contact information. So you need to provide here your present mailing address, which is inside Canada. So you need to provide that address here. Then you need to provide your residential address. If your residential address and current address is same, then you need to click here yes on residential address is same as your mailing address. So move down. Then you need to provide phone number inside Canada. You can provide alternative phone number as well. Then move down. Then you need to provide your email address here and scroll down. Then let's move to the next section. Coming into Canada, date and place of your original entry to Canada. So you need to provide the date you entered inside Canada. Then provide the place first time you landed inside Canada. For example, if you landed at Toronto, then enter here Toronto. The original purpose of coming to Canada. So from the scroll down here, you can select what is the purpose that you are visiting Canada. So you can select here business, tourism, study, work, or other, or family visit. For the purpose of this video, I will be selecting here family visit. And then on the third point, date and place of your most recent entry in Canada. So here we can see that we have similar question as we have the first point. Most of the cases you need to leave this section blank here. In case you came inside Canada and then you left, let's say for United States, and then you entered back to Canada, then you need to provide the date you entered back to Canada from United States and the place you entered inside Canada. For the purpose of this video, I will say that we never left Canada, so I will leave it blank. The next is, if applicable, provide the document number of the most recent visitor record, study permit, work permit, or temporary resident permit. So for visitor visa, we don't have the document number, so I will leave it blank. Next is detail of visit to Canada. The first point is purpose of visit. So from the scroll down menu, you can select your purpose. For the purpose of this video, I have selected family visit. You can see your option as per your situation. So I will select here family visit and how long you plan to stay. Let's say your original stay for the first entry of 6 months is till August 9, 2023. So this is your final day of stay inside Canada as per your initial 6 months visit. From this date, you want to extend your visitor visa by another 2 months for XYZ reasons. For example, you want to attend a marriage which is taking place on October 5th. So that's why you want to extend your stay inside Canada. So you need to provide this exit date, the new exit date you need to provide here. Then you need to provide funds available for your stay. So I have entered $12,000. You can check as per your situation that how much amount you needed for your stay as per your expenses. Then the next is my expenses in Canada will be paid by, so you need to select who's paying your expenses inside Canada. If it's you by yourself, then you need to select here myself. If there's someone else or your parents or others, so you need to specify that. So for the purpose of this video, I will be selecting here myself. Then you need to provide address, name, and relationship to the person I will visit. So you need to provide a person or contact inside Canada. So you will be visiting inside Canada, so you need to provide the person name, relationship to you, and then you need to provide the address of that person. If you will be visiting more than one person inside Canada, then you need to provide second person's detail as well. Then let's move to the next section. Have you had any post-secondary education, university, college, etc.? So if you have those details, and simply click on yes. Then you need to provide from which year to which year you had studied, your field of study, for example mechanical, computer science, etc., your school name or your university name where you studied, and the city of the university. If you never visited a university or college, simply click on no and move to the next section. You need to provide employment details of past 10 years. So in short, you need to provide information of last 10 years what you did as a professional. If you were like unemployed, you can simply say that from this period to this period I was unemployed. Let's say, for example, from 2012 to 2023, I'm working as a computer science engineer at IBM in Delhi and India. Let's say for last 10 years you have worked for multiple employers. Then you need to provide information for all the employers you worked over 10 years in chronological order. Let's move to the next section, background information. The first one is within past 2 years, have you or your family member had tuberculosis? No. Did you have physical or mental disorder? No. So let's move to the next point. Have you ever remained beyond the validity of your status inside Canada? No. Have you ever been refused a visa for Canada? No. Have you ever applied to enter or remain in Canada? If you have submitted a previous application or you remained in Canada, then you need to select here yes, and inside this box you can provide the application number or any other detail about your previous status for Canada visitor visa. Next is, have you ever been charged or convicted for a criminal offense? No. Next is, did you serve in any military, militia or civil defense? No. If you did serve for police or any other military services, then select yes. Then you need to provide the dates of service and the country you served for. Let's move to the next point. Background information continued. Are you or you have been member or associated with any political party? No. Have you ever witnessed or participated in ill treatment? No. Then signature. So here in signature box you need to enter your name and the date you are filling this form. Once you fill out every information, then scroll down, then you need to validate this paper. If you are successfully able to validate this form, it means that you have provided all the information and everything seems good. If you are not able to validate, then it will make that section to be read, and then you need to provide information there, and then you can try to validate again. Once you validate, you will see similar barcodes generated on your PDF. So we are done with this form, so let's close it. As we are done with the application form, so you can simply upload it here. Let's move to the supporting documents. So the first one is passport. So on the passport you need to provide your first and last page of your passport along with all the stamps and visa marking. So you need to upload as a digital copy here. Next is use of representative. So once you open this representative document, so simply on the section A, you need to provide applicant's information. So you need to provide here the surname of that person, and then you need to provide the given name of that person along with the date of birth. So then move down, then provide here UCI number, and then move down in section B, appointment of the representative. So you need to provide here representative's full name, so the person who is representing your file. So provide that person's family name here, then provide given name. After that, move to the next point, your representative. If your representative is your friend or family member, then simply click here and move forward, and then move to the 7th point here. Then you need to provide here your representative's full address inside Canada. Then provide here phone number and email address of the representative if applicable. Move to the next point, number 8, your representative's declaration. Your representative needs to provide signature here with the date, and then move forward. Then move to the point 10 here. The applicant has to sign here with the date. Once you sign here, the representative form is done. You can simply save and go back to the portal. So simply upload use of representative form here. Next is proof of means of financial supports, which means that you have enough money to support your visit to Canada or to extend your stay inside Canada. So this is the list of the documents for financial proof you can use. So provide as many documents you can provide as a proof of your financial stability. Let's move back. The next is digital photo. So it is also required. So you can click a photo as per the instructions here, or you can simply take this instruction to the photographer. The photographer will do it for you. Once you have the digital photo, simply upload it here. Next is family member proof of status. So you must provide a copy of your family members' Canadian citizenship or Canadian immigration status, for example, Canadian passport, permanent resident card, study permit, work permit, whatever proof you have, you need to provide. Let's move to the optional document IMM5257. If there are more than one candidate, then each applicant has to complete their own copy of this form. So let's fill out. The first thing is indicate whether you are a principal applicant, spouse, or common law partner. So I will select here the principal applicant. Then you need to provide your full name, first name and last name as per your passport. Then you need to provide date of birth, your UCI number. Then let's move to the point number 4, military services. Did you serve in any military, militia, or civil defense? No. If you have served for military or any other department, then you need to select here yes and provide information from which year to which year, location, province and country. But for the purpose of this video, I will select no. Have you witnessed or participated in ill treatment? No. Next is member or association with any political party? No. Government position. Have you held any government position? If yes, select yes. If no, select no. So previous travel since the age of 18 or during past 5 years, whichever is most recent. Have you traveled to any country or territory other than the country of your citizenship or current country of residence? If yes, then you need to provide details. If no, simply click no, and then you are good to validate this form. So once you validate, simply save and upload to the portal. In optional document, you have another section which is client information. So here you can upload information about your stay, extended stay inside Canada, that why you want to extend your stay inside Canada. Once you're done with all the forms and documents, we need to pay application fee of $100. So let's proceed next. So here your declaration and electronic signature. So scroll down and here click on I agree, and then you need to provide your electronic signature. So enter your given name and last name here. Then you need to provide answer to one of your security question. So once you do it that, then simply click on sign, scroll it down and click on transmit and pay. So here you can see summary of fee. So again click on transmit and pay. So here you need to provide your credit card details and check out. So we have successfully submitted our application for extension of our stay inside Canada. To make it easier to prepare application for extension of stay inside Canada, let's discuss what documents are required. So the first one is IMM5708 application to extend your stay. So you need to fill out this form. The second is passport, first and last page with stamps of Canadian authorities on your most recent entry to Canada. So you need to provide basically all the stamps on your passport with first and last page. The next is proof of current status inside Canada. If you have any status inside Canada, then you need to provide. If you don't have it, you can simply ignore it. A letter explaining full details why you want to extend your stay. So this letter has to be in a way that visa officer get convinced that there's a genuine reason that you want to stay in Canada. The next is evidence on how you will support yourself or be supported in Canada. So you need to provide financial document that you have enough funds to sponsor your extended stay inside Canada. The last is use of representative. So if someone else is representing your application on your behalf, then you need to fill out this form and upload to the portal as well. But if no one is representing your file, it means that you are submitting, you are preparing your application by yourself, then you don't need to provide this use of representative form. I hope you guys find my videos useful. I always try to bring videos which could help you and help you learn and be independent. If you like our video, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much.